America, land that I love, stand beside her.
Go ahead.
Alan will soon come. He's going to kill us. Did you get permission from Alan to do this? To the prairie. Go ahead, sing it. They haven't contract yet. There's an God bless America, my home, sweet home.
This is your home sweet home.
You better believe it. Absolutely.
Dat is de idola.
Absolutely.
Dat is de
Listen,
idola.
darling, I have a family of 300 in Poland.
Zijn goed gelitten, dat hem redden ze zijn. Je steeds die
300, and we spoke of 300 in Poland that were killed of my family. Every one of my family. And the family, thank God, that I have here, they're close, they're good, and it's all like this, with the hands. And I thank God every day that we are here.
Yes, America is my home. I live here, and Israel is the Jewish people's country.
Oh, boy, yes, you said right.
Okay,
America, I love you. Absolutely. This is my place, right here.
If I would know.
This is the truth. I have a lot of Israeli friends. Now, this is the real truth, and I must tell you the truth. Now, they come from Israel. They've been born there. They live there all their life. Now, let's say they're here about 10 years. They don't want to go back. They love America much better. They have more comfort, more leisure, more of everything. If you have the money there, you live there. Good. If you don't have it, you don't have it, right? That don't mean it isn't a nice country or a good country. It's good for kids, but it is not good for the grown-ups. That's the way I put it.
how do you feel about Israel?
About Israel? I I'm very proud we have our own country now, because a lot of Jewish people, they can't come here, they have to go to Israel.
What do you feel that your home is here or in Israel?
I don't know, I was never in Israel.
If I would know the language, I would like to live there. Just start from the beginning. I'm too old for it.
I want to get out.
Je bent een Jiddisch kind. Je bent een Jiddische kind met een Jiddische namen. Je bent een Jiddische schikse. Oké.
I think that I'm Jewish first. I think I'm a Jew living in America. I think America has been very good to my family. I think if my father had not come to the United States, that we would be dead. We have all, I think, been very fortunate to live in the United States. We have been a very benign country for all of us. But I still feel that I'm a Jew first. I don't know whether the children feel that way or not.
I'm Jewish because the people I relate with are Jewish. And the center of my activities are Jewish. Where I meet the people at the temple, how I go out and have a good time with my friends who are Jewish. So I really can't say that I'm American. I think living from day to day, it's Jewish. I'm probably just a typical American, the guy next to me, you know, well, next in line. So I'm American probably in culture, really, because I speak English like an American. It's my first language. Well, how do you feel, Bob, though? Would you like to be called Jewish or would you like to be called American? What would seem more logical.
Well, that happens to me every day because a couple kids in my class and say, "Hey, you're Jewish, aren't you? Hey, you." I'm not ashamed of it at all. They say, "You're Jewish?" I say, "Sure, I'm Jewish. What are you?"
It's not intimidating?
No, it's not intimidating at all.
Do you feel more American than Jewish, or more Jewish than American?
God willing, I'll never have to make that terrible choice, but I'm a Jew first.
I can tell you a lot of stories.
Yeah.
What makes you
A lot of stories. I suffered because I'm a Jew. I was 5 years in concentration camp, and I went through hell because I'm a Jew. And I am very proud to be a Jewish woman. Very proud of my country and very proud to raise Jewish children.
Which is your country?
Well, I have both. I'm American citizen, but Israel is my country.
I'm a Jew, and that's it. Never take this off. Never take this off. I'm a Jew, and that's it.
How about you?
I'm a Jew, and I'm glad I'm a Jew. Proud of it.
Jewish is beautiful.
I like being Jewish. I eat matzo ball soup and everything. Lox and bagels. Good. Everyone should be a Jew. You get good food and everything from your grandmother. Everyone. Right. The Jewish power is the best.
Because my family is Jewish.
You like being Jewish?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's nice.
What's nice about it?
I don't know.
What makes me Jewish? I don't know, my background.
What else?
Going to Hebrew school and stuff, studying it,
Uh-huh. That's it?
I guess.
What about you?
My belief in Judaism and Torah.
Uh-huh. You like being Jewish?
Yeah.
What about you?
I love being Jewish.
Why?
I like the whole thing that I've come from a people and I have all these traditions and customs and all this part of my culture.
I like being Jewish because there is involved the opportunity of learning a second language, namely Hebrew. I do like being Jewish, except that I think that most of my friends that I go to school with don't enjoy being Jewish at all. And because we've assimilated, because the American Jew is assimilated, he really hasn't had the opportunity to learn about the culture and the beauty of this culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's a silly question that you ask. What religion are you? You're not Jewish. You're an Arab. A Jewish person should ask such a question. It seems silly to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why is it silly? Have you ever asked yourself the question?
I don't have to ask myself. I know I'm a Jew, and it's definitely that I'm Jewish.
Because I am Jewish.
I am Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I am Jewish.
Ani Yehudit.
I'm Jewish also.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish.
I am Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
Ani Yehudi.
I am Jewish.
I feel American, but I don't know if I feel more Jewish than I feel American. But I do feel a great deal American and also a great deal Jewish.
Like we're free and everything, but you still have this, I don't know, this feeling that you have to be American. And there's certain things going along with that, which is not identifying culturally with the group, not being an individual.
Do you feel American?
Do I? No, I don't at all.
What do you feel more than American?
Well, I feel like I'm a human being, and I'm Jewish.
I feel there's only one for me to feel Jewish. That's the way I feel.
I feel mainly American, except for when I come to Hebrew school or something like that.
In what way do
I mean,
you feel
at
American?
school I feel American.
In what way? What makes you feel American? What is America?
What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, being born there, and I really don't know. But I feel it. I don't feel American.
What do you feel?
More Jewish than anything.
I'm American, but the Jewishness gives you a little flavor, you know.
What makes you a Jew?
My heritage, but that's all. I don't feel very Jewish, but
Would you rather be Christian?
no hair on my back. No, I wouldn't be anything if I had a choice.
What makes you Jewish?
What makes one a Jew?
You. What makes you a Jew?
What makes me a Jew? The matzo ball soup I grew up on. I guess, you know, the food, the culture, the values, the high need for achievement, and a dominant mother, right? A dominant mother. Right, a Jewish mother.
A Jewish mother above anything else. How about you?
Makes me Jewish. No, nothing.
Nothing makes you Jewish?
No.
I'm Jewish in ancestry, but I...
Just sort of something that happened.
Well, I personally feel that we're U.S. citizens, or I do anyway, and that's our national background, and the religion is it's strictly a sort of a social cultural background, which is has given us values, or given me values, but nothing more than that, and unlike some of the Jewish friends we have, of course, who think a lot more about Israel and really believe Lashon haba next year in the land of Israel. How does it go? Lashon haba. But I don't feel that way, and I just don't think many American Jews feel that way. Very, very few consider it really a homeland. I don't.
I don't consider myself really Jewish. I realize I've been born Jewish.
How about you, Karen? You feel any way Jewish at all?
No, I don't think so. No.
When the children were little, we did have a Christmas tree. And then after a while, for some reason, Michael and James decided they didn't want a Christmas tree. Do you remember that?
I think that lasted for a few years. So right now, I couldn't care less.
It was
a coup, for some of our Jewish friends would come over and see the Christmas tree and ridicule us for having one. And that had some effect on the next year. I probably identify more with Christmas than Hanukkah. In fact, I for sure do, because
everyone is always
much happier holiday, I think. It seems like people enjoy Christmas more than they enjoy Hanukkah. Hanukkah is much more of a task they have to go through. But Christmas always seemed much more relaxed. Whenever we went over to a friend's house during Hanukkah, there was always a lot of tension, with singing and lighting the candles.
Passover, I really have a conception of what Passover is about. But Hanukkah, conceptually, I really have to kind of learn it every Christmas.
I'd hate to ask each member of the family to tell a story of Hanukkah. I think it'd be difficult, because we haven't...
Do you know it?
Tell you the truth, I don't think I could come up with it right at the moment.
Yes, I am Jewish.
You don't look Jewish.
I know I don't. I've never practiced Judaism. I was never raised under, strict Judaism at all. I never went to temple. Never, I don't know those familiar words in Judaism, I was just brought up. I was just raised as me, with no religious background.
You notice that Terry is kind of like typical of most Jews in America. If you're a Jew in America, you live kind of an existence that's kind of like parva. It's not milchadika, it's not fleischadika. You're not a Jew, but you're not an American. You're not religious, but you're not secular. You're always kind of like hanging there in a state of limbo. You're neither nor. Some Jews react in a very, very strange way. They go the other way. They deny that they're Jewish. I have nothing to do with being Jewish. I have nothing to do with Israel. I got nothing to do with those people.
I was always told I didn't look Jewish. And I don't know, I always was given the feeling that this was a good thing. Like they used to tell me that, my grandparents used to say, she doesn't look Jewish,
How beautiful.
Yeah, right. That's right. And so there was a kind of, confusing.
And
Blatant anti-Semitism.
That's right.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you think that you look Jewish?
Not particularly.
Why does he look
No,
Jewish?
I don't think I look Jewish.
I don't know. I think the dark coloring.
Got a big nose.
And dark hair. And the nose.
I don't feel like I have anything like that in me, because I don't know enough of it, and I wasn't raised with it.
But why did
There was
you
no
deny it
background.
then? Why don't you just say I'm not?
Because I am. Well, my parents are Jewish, and I am Jewish because of them. My religion is
feel
Jewish.
in any way Jewish?
No.
Are most of your friends Jewish?
Yes, actually. They are. Well, most of my friends, I have to go along with that, most of my friends are Jewish.
That's American Jews think that they can, they can be Jewish or not Jewish, the way they can, change their hair coloration. You can change my hair. Will you marry a blonde? Will you not marry a blonde? But again, you're right back to that kind of strange situation. about American Jews. American Jews are like no other Jews we've ever had except for the Yekis, maybe for German Jews. There's no other Jews in the world like we are. I mean, American Jews live in kind of, they live in like in a room, a glass room, a room with mirrors all the way around. And in that room, American Jews run around and look in the mirror and look at ourselves and say, aren't we pretty? You know, or we look at each other through the mirrors and we say, doesn't she look nice, or doesn't he look funny? And we assume that we can go ahead and dance in front of the mirror and do all these kinds of things in front of the mirror, and the whole world is that room. But what we don't know is that that's a two-way mirror. You know, and so while the mirror is like this, and we can see ourselves reflected in, on the other side of the mirror, there's the rest of American society. And the rest of American society watches us in that room and says, look how nice the Jews dance. Let the Jews dance a little bit longer. Let the Jews run around. Let the Jews kid themselves into thinking that they're accepted in this society. Let the Jews think that they're free to be Jews or not Jews. But when America needs its Jews, we're all going to be Jews again.
My reaction, of course, is colored by the fact that I grew up in the midst of Jewish community and have all my life spent time with Jewish people, and I know it's trite and sounds superficial, but I'd say that I see no difference between Jews and other people.
I think they've contributed an awful lot to this country.
I feel they're just the same as I am. You know, I don't look at them any different than anybody else.
They're successful in terms of a minority group that has pulled themselves together economically.
The only thing I can say about the American Jews is that they appear to be quite a talented group of people.
Let them live and I'll live, man. Let them do whatever they want to do and I'll do what I want to do. If they don't bother me, I don't bother them.
Do you have any feelings about them? Have you met any?
Oh, yeah, I've balled some Jewish girls and I enjoyed them. Hey, okay people, I guess.
They cool. All right, cool. They nice.
See, I like the Jews.
I like.
If it wasn't for the Jews, this baby would probably be hungry right now.
Why do you think so?
Because they've backed me all my life.
I cooked for them all my life.
You like them?
In Hollywood.
Because I go with a guy who's Jewish, it's very hard for me to say what I feel about the Jews, because I realize now that each one of them is different. So I don't really look at them that much as a whole, but my whole family background has been anti-Semitic. And so I've lived with a number of stereotypes: the loudness, they like to eat, they don't drink much, they're frugal.
Good at handling money.
They have big noses.
They save their money a lot.
They have, curly hair or whatever.
Political power based on economics.
They're all right in their own place.
Oh, I like Jews. Some of my best friends are Jews.
Some of our very best friends are Jewish people.
I have some awfully good friends that are Jews.
No. Well, yes, once. Once I did. When I lived in a small town up north, I had a bit of trouble with that.
And what way?
Well, I was like the first Jew in the town, and they thought maybe I had horns, you know. And any type of trouble that I happened to get into, or any hatred that was, you know, for me, came out, well, she's a Jew.
I've had people come up to me and tell me that I almost personally own the Bank of America, and the Jews are running the whole country, and we're just in control of all the finances and everything like that.
What about your good friend Nancy?
Well, I had this friend I thought was a friend, and every time I would go over to her house, her grandmother would remind me that she went out with the most wonderful Jewish boys, and so handsome. You know, Jewish guys aren't good looking or anything like that. But she would say that some of her best friends were Jewish, and I would just say, yeah, fine, fine. And one day I went out with her and a couple of her friends, and they started in on me, and they called me a kike, and they were kidding around. They said, oh, last one in the car is a Jew. I didn't like that at all, and I haven't talked to her really since then.
I think you're going to find that people who are of lower intelligence won't rationalize on the facts of the matter, because
Did you find it only with lower intelligence? Like, for example, are you ever invited to social activities, Gentile social activities?
Yeah, of course. It has happened to me in our community. I think that on the upper middle class level, it exists just as well, except that there is a polite veneer. It isn't socially proper. It isn't polite to be rude to people, to make them feel left out of a scene.
But we do basically, we have a very good life here, have an excellent life, and we, as far as some of our extracurricular activities, we are involved in yachting. And we were at one time in an area that is predominantly non-Jews, and everybody's very kind to us, very nice to us. They say hello to us and say goodbye to us and smile. And there's very little camaraderie. And when we became aware of a yacht club that was developing that was predominantly Jewish, then we jumped at the opportunity. And it's just the camaraderie of being with your own people.
I lived in New York for a while where it's advantageous to be Jewish. I mean, there, you know, like the theater and publishing and so forth, if people think you're Jewish, they're nicer to you somehow. And I was in the clothing business for a long time, you know, fashion and stuff. And, you know, if to be Jewish is neat, you know, so I pretended that I was Jewish, which is, you know, I lied about it, you know, and I told people that my mother was Jewish, which makes me Jewish, right, but it lets me have a Catholic name, okay? So I did this for so long, and, you know, I got so Stanislavski about it that, I started thinking I was Jewish, right? Okay, so now people say, you know, tell anti-Semitic jokes because they think I'm a Catholic. Only, you know, inside of me, where I lied to myself and told myself that I was Jewish, I react to the anti-Semitic jokes that I hear people saying.
Well, I've never met a Jewish person until I was 18 years old and came to Los Angeles. And the only thing I ever heard about a Jew before was that they were supposed to be teeth.
Their hair.
What about it?
No, their hair, you see, look, like Lori's. It's curly, you know, the way it sort of kinks out, and yours.
I'm not Jewish, though.
Oh, well.
Somebody come pushing in ahead or sneaking in ahead, you know, line crashing, this kind of thing, and that makes me angry. And my first tendency is to look to see if this is a pushy Jew.
It's strange because I go with a guy who's Jewish, where I'm not allowed in his home because I'm not Jewish. And at first he wasn't allowed in my home. And it was my father's feeling I don't like those kind of people. And he wouldn't even give Gary a chance to come in and meet him. And so finally I pushed a little bit. And now I don't think it's that my father has accepted Jews. I think that he just doesn't consider Gary Jewish.
Gary is no longer Jewish for him.
Right. Now that he knows him, and I think that's the way a lot of people deal with it, is once you know someone who's Jewish that you like, and that you don't see them through the stereotypes, then automatically they're not Jewish. Or I have a friend whose parents looked at her and said, well, we're anti-Semitic, but you're a good Jew.
Well, I always said we only live once.
Okay.
Even we do have to put up with the Jews.
Just like a woman. They've got it made. And that is the truth. They've got it made.
What do they own? No, seriously, you know any companies that they own?
Listen, you talk about Jews so much. I can't think of one honestly. I'll tell you one thing about people. Just talk about people. Yeah.
Any Jews in
the
government?
If they can do what they do, I give them credit. Really. I do too. Damn right you do. Yeah, but they got it by working. Sure they do. By working. They work at the thing they want to do, right? They get their money by working at it, right? That's why I think you got Jewish blood in you. You skimp on it, too. Give. Wait a minute. Goddamn, I give you drinks every day. Oh. Boy, is that a bunch of...
My father has a stereotype of the Jews that they don't drink a lot. And I think probably that's true. They don't drink a lot, but it was funny, the reason he gave for it, and he said it's because they're too cheap to buy liquor. And I looked at him and I thought, now that's crazy, because what's interesting is that my own brother will not drink. And yet my father doesn't say that my brother doesn't drink because he's too cheap to buy liquor. It's just because he doesn't like liquor and he doesn't think it's good for him.
Well, who's controlling most of the wealth? Say, for instance, Beverly Hills.
Who does?
In the movies, in the
Who does?
Jewish, right?
Wall Street is running the United States in a way of Jewish people.
No, Jewish people do not control Wall Street now. Let's face the fact, they do not control Wall Street. No, they do not.
They own 90%, just say the liquor stores, the markets, the clothing stores. They own 90% of it.
They have been the businessmen, they have been the car dealers, liquor store owners and grocery store owners, et cetera, et cetera. And the white power structure has not let the black people own their own businesses in their own community, which has caused blacks to, even though they had to depend upon the Jewish businessman and the Jewish money, they still had negative feelings because they themselves felt that they were cheated of gaining any kind of economic power to raise their own level.
Have you felt it personally in your family?
Not so much personally, because my father is a businessman, and they call him the Black Jew of Watts.
What do you think about the Jews?
That's kind of a stupid question. What do you mean, what do I think about the Jews?
Well, what do you?
What do I think about anything? What do you think about the Jews?
Did you see anything in common between all the Jews that you met?
Yeah.
What kind of Holocaust?
Well, I don't know if in the same proportion as Hitler, nobody knows, but if...
Gas chambers and...
In case something happens to Jews in this country.
I don't see it. I really don't. There's so many other more obvious scapegoats, like, the black and Chicanos, because, first of all, the Jews are white, and they can hide and assimilate themselves.
How would you feel if it does happen? What would you do?
I'd fight it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you fight it?
Any means possible.
I wouldn't stick around. I'd get out. I think that's the only intelligent thing to do. I wouldn't, and if it was too late to get out, if it was too late to get out, I'd fight.
You don't feel that?
That's what I'd do.
Where would you go?
Where?
Mexico.
Good question. Israel would be on the possible list. I'm not sure I'd go there, but that would be possible. But possibly Israel, possibly Australia. God knows, any place.
What do you feel about Israel?
I don't feel personally about it. I don't feel any more attached to Israel than I do about any other country in the Mideast. I think I did at one time before I left home. I think I was taught to. And
you were taught to?
I was taught and raised to feel, I think, more compassion and more identification with Israel. But as I
Really?
stay
I
away
didn't know
from
we
home,
really talked about it.
Well,
so much.
sure we talked about it.
I'm shocked to hear that, because I didn't think we put out those vibrations.
Mm-hmm. I think of Israel as a military state, and not really any better than Egypt in that sense. They're aggressive, and I have a lot of criticism about it. It's another country.
It's an imperialistic, fascistic society in Israel, and I think that they are worse than the Arabs who exploit the Fellaheen and the rest of it. And I think that whole area is bad and has their different little imperialistic trips. And I really think that Israel is awful and it's being supported by Jews for the wrong reason. And I am Jewish, and my mother and I don't agree about this at all.
That's a hard question for me because I'm a Zionist. Therefore, while I don't exactly like a lot of things in Israel, I sort of feel compelled toward living there and liking it, whether I like it or not so much.
Live in Israel? Well, I have to first go and see if I like it.
How about you?
No, I don't think I'd like to live there. I have my family, my children here. I don't think I'd like to live there. I like to go for a trip.
America is my country now, but figure when I retire, I might go there to live.
I feel it's my homeland of my people.
You feel Israel is more of your home than America?
Yeah.
I miss Israel. I like
shopping.
I like the shopping. I think of the people in Israel as well as the places. Before we went to Israel, I think I expected to be overcome by a religious fervor and kiss the ground and all that sort of thing. And I never felt that way while I was there. But what I felt was something better because it was real. And I miss the walking outside late at night, never having to worry. My kids could go all over Israel without ever any fear. People would be nice to them and helpful to them, and here I don't let them walk a mile away. At night I'd be afraid. I even like beating my carpets. I enjoy that.
How about you?
I think I could enjoy living there. We made some wonderful friends by the end of the summer, and that makes all the difference in the world. You know, the people that you live with. But as a physician, I would find it very, very difficult to live in Israel at this time. The way the practice of medicine is set up, especially for a surgeon, is unbelievable that they will do the kind of work that they are doing, the quality of work they're doing, and with such great devotion and get paid nothing for it. That is one of the major reasons why I couldn't go to Israel at this particular time.
We're at a funny age. If we were a lot younger, we could move. If our children were very little and we were just starting out in life, or if we were much older, where our children were grown, married on their own, and we had no more to do for them. And I sometimes think perhaps if we can get to that point in life, we might well end in Israel. But I have very little to give Israel right now.
How about you?
I feel that it would take... All right. It would take me a while to get used to it, but I think I could live there. I could live
you will?
At this point, honestly, no.